Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Eagles fans. I'm Chris McPherson, and welcome to the Kickoff Show presented by Axalta. I'm joined alongside Fran Duffy, and over the next half hour, we will preview this special Monday night matchup against the Oakland Raiders. With a win, the Eagles clinched the #1 seed and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs for the first time since 2004. So, Fran, is there one more gift for the Eagles fans out there to open up on this frigid night in South Philadelphia?
I think that's the hope, right? I mean, we all got the gift that we all wanted on Christmas Eve night with those Dallas Cowboys losing against the Seattle Seahawks. So how about we wrap this holiday weekend up right with a win? All black everything. You see Fletcher Cox there, the black jerseys under the lights here in South Philadelphia. I'm excited for this game, Chris.
Now, Fran, against the Giants last week, the pass rush was not able to get home on Eli Manning. That quick game, very effective against the Eagles. What gives you a sense of confidence heading into this matchup with the Raiders?
Well, I think really when you look at the style of play for this Oakland pass game, it's all about the vertical downfield element. Derek Carr wants to drop back 5, 7-step drop. They'll go quick game every once in a while and get the ball out of his hands in a hurry, but they want to attack downfield. Amari Cooper, Crabtree, Jared Cook at the tight end spot, they want to be able to attack down the field. So that means the ball's going to be in the quarterback's hands a little bit longer. That allows that defensive line to get home. I think that really can help spell a recipe for success for this Eagles defense tonight.
Good sign for the Eagles defense is that the unit is relatively healthy coming into this game, but as we're going to take a look at the starting lineup, a very interesting thing to note. Let's look at the middle linebacker position. Joe Walker is inactive tonight, so Najee Good and Donnell Ellerbe slated there to split the reps at middle linebacker. We don't know how much base 4-3 we'll see against the Raiders, but Donnell Ellerbe, a late season addition for his football team, we kind of learned the defense behind the scenes. You wonder if Jim Schwartz and the coaching staff want to see what he can do to lead the unit, possibly to get ready for the postseason.
No question. When you have a physical team like you're going to see here tonight with Oakland, and they are a physical offensive front, that offensive line is one of the best in the league, especially in the run game. So you're going to see Ellerbe play to his strengths, really attack downhill. That's kind of the strength of his game, as you see Brandon Graham there now on your screen. It's going to be very interesting to watch that linebacker rotation here tonight.
All right, Fran, the Eagles coming back from that 3-game road trip, 2 games on the West Coast. What would you say, how would you evaluate the tackling of the defense in those 3 games? Because it seemed like things started to come a little bit off track.
Yeah, I think really the big thing that's kind of fallen off a little bit has been the tackling in the back 7. You know, especially at the defensive back level. That's been one of the hallmarks of this defense up to the point in this season. The last couple weeks you've seen some missed tackles. You know, there was that long Cooper Kupp catch and run in the LA Rams game a couple weeks ago. You saw some long catches and runs last week against the New York Giants. So you really want to try and cut some of those out, because that's really, like I said, has been one of the strengths of this defense, has been the tackling on the back 7.
Is the tackling a concern for you going into tonight, facing a physical back like Marshawn Lynch? It might be the most physical run game that the Eagles see all season long.
Yeah, I mean, they don't call him beast mode for nothing, right? I mean, he's got the ability to make guys look silly at every level of the field. So the defensive line and the front 7, the linebackers, they want to try and keep him from getting to that second level. The issues that we've seen from this Eagles defense over the last couple weeks have been those receivers making defensive backs miss. You really hope it doesn't get to that with a Marshawn Lynch.
All right, the Eagles are 6-0. At the link this season, hoping to go to 7-0. Let's look at some interesting numbers regarding the defense. Now, note that away, the Eagles have played 2 more games than at home. Certainly has to factor into it, but almost double the amount of points allowed. Rushing yards allowed, almost 3 times as much. The quarterback rating, a huge difference. It's such a stark contrast between the Eagles playing at home and the Eagles on the road. Do you have any sense why you think that's been the case?
Well, I think that you can point to a number of different things. Obviously, the home field advantage plays no factor, but looking at those numbers, you know what the first thing that pops into my head is?
Okay.
Home field advantage throughout. You win tonight, and now you can see right there it is on your screen, the advantage that this Eagles defense has moving forward into the playoffs if the playoffs run through South Philadelphia.
Now, the Raiders, a lot of talent on that offense. I mean, Derek Carr, an outstanding young quarterback. What do you think has been the problem with this offense? Why do you think that this was a preseason favorite in the AFC that is now has no chance of making the playoffs?
Well, you see the change in offensive coordinator, so the system changed there in Oakland. Despite all the success they had last year, they did make that change, and I think that has played a little bit more into it. I talked earlier about how they want to attack down the field. Well, they just haven't been able to get into sync, and you've seen injuries there for Amari Cooper. You've seen injuries for Derek Carr. The offensive line has not been up to snuff from what we've seen in years past. So I think that really those have been the three things that have really hurt this Oakland offense, and that's why the defense is going to be really under the spotlight tonight in this game.
So, Fran, have you heard that the last time the Eagles faced the Raiders back in 2013, Nick Foles was the quarterback?
Really?
And he tied an NFL record with 7 touchdown passes in that game?
I had not heard.
Well, Nick Foles back under center for the Eagles tonight. What did you see from him in his first start last week against the Giants, where he only had 4 touchdown throws?
Yeah, that's it. Only half of the production we saw last time he played against Oakland. I really think when you look at Nick Foles, you have a guy who can execute the offense. And I think that in some of those plays that we saw last week, I mean, remember, he made JPP look silly in the backfield on that one downfield throw to Torrey Smith. You saw him create outside of structure a little bit. Again, he's not going to be Carson Wentz. The expectation isn't going to be that he is Carson Wentz, but all he has to do is execute the offense, put the offense in position to move the football, move the chains, and then execute in the red zone. And that was a huge thing for this Eagles offense last week. 4 trips to the red zone, 4 touchdowns. If you can continue to do that, this offense is going to be set up for success moving forward.
All right, so Chance Warmack starting again at left guard for Stefan Wisniewski, who's still sidelined with the ankle injury. The pass protection pretty good last week against the Giants. They're certainly going to need it once again with the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack, coming off the edge for the Raiders.
And not only that, because he's an outstanding player, but schematically they offer a lot of challenges for this Eagles offensive line, some things that they have struggled with over the course of this season, particularly those 2-man and 3-man stunts. When you see defensive end sliding inside, defensive tackles going outside. Remember against Seattle, you saw some issues where the Seahawks were able to get to quarterback Carson Wentz. I think that'll be the big challenge for this Eagles offense tonight, protecting Nick Foles against those stunts. All
right, Fran, great stuff as always. We will see you on the post-game show presented by Rico for some All-22 review with NFL Film senior producer Greg Cosell. Now, a short time ago at the link, 2-time Pro Bowl defensive end Trent Cole signed a ceremonial contract to officially retire as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. He is one of my all-time favorite Eagles, by the way. I cannot wait to hear from him. Number 58, the Hunter, speaking to reporters just a short time ago down at the stadium.
It's like this. I'm a type of guy that I don't look back on things I've done. I never did. I don't have a trophy in my house up. Not one trophy. They're still all in the boxes. You know, and I just never look. I was the type of guy to look forward to playing for the next play, for the next day, you know, so for the next game, you know. So that's just how it was, and there's a lot of highlights, you know. I mean, it was just a lot of fun times. I mean, great memories. I mean, just comebacks. You know what I'm saying? I have to say this: the comebacks probably were the best. The comebacks were the best. I mean, the close games, the comebacks would be the best. Be all the highlights. Be the highlights of my, of my career.
Trent Cole finished his Eagles tenure second in franchise history in sacks behind only one player, Pro Football Hall of Fame defensive end Reggie White, the Minister of Defense himself. Now looking at the current starting right defensive end, Vinny Curry, he is in the spotlight because Raiders starting left tackle Donald Penn is out for the season with a foot injury. Curry was mic'd up for last week's win over the Giants. Let's take a listen.
You got liability. Football weather, baby. Yeah, I'm too hot. I'm gonna take this off. Hey, show off them guns. Let me get, Let me get one. My going off. Don't laugh. Hit me. Yo, mean can do it good. Don't forget I'm mic'd up. Hey, don't forget I'm mic'd up. Yeah, don't forget I'm mic'd up. Cox, don't forget I'm mic'd up. Yeah, I'm wearing the wire, bro. I'm supposed to see the gold teeth. When I see the gold teeth, I know I'm having a good game and he's having a good game. Do you think, baby? Be great, bro. You too. Mike, do you think?
Love you, bro.
What's your there, man? Come on, man.
Have a day.
Come on, man.
You heard me?
Yeah.
It's your hometown?
Hey, first you never say this to me, by the way. Check.
Hey, it's your hometown, baby. Why not be great, you know what I'm saying?
Woo! Yeah, DB. You good? Hey, flush you down the toilet. We good. Come on, man. Y'all the best in the world, man. Y'all the best in the world. Let's get it, fellas, all of us. Come on. We good? We good. Come on. We the best, bro. We the best. Good job. Good rush, bro. Keep coming, though. You heard? We here. We here. We here. We here. What you say, BG? I said, what you say, BG? Let's go. Go! Woo! Woo! That's a bad man. There you go, boy. There you go, boy. There you go, boy. Oh! Oh! He got mauled. Damn, son. Where did you find that? Woo! Hey, there you go, boy. Hey, go on and walk it out. Go on and walk it out. Go on and walk it out. Let's turn up. Come on, man. Let's get off this field, dog. Hey, do what y'all do. Drink. Bowie. Hey, yeah. Man, you're a great player, man. Play, baby. Way to play, Way to play, baby. Good luck.
Woo! Great stuff from Vinny Curry, number 75 himself. Now, 6 players were named to the NFC Pro Bowl roster on Tuesday. One of them a first-timer in guard Brandon Brooks. He signed with the Eagles as a free agent in 2016 from the Houston Texans. Brooks and a fellow Pro Bowler, Lane Johnson, have held down that right side of the offensive line all season. Brooks spent some time with a man who knows a thing or two about Pro Bowl appearances, and that's Hall of Fame wide receiver Mike Quick.
Brandon, first of all, congratulations on making the Pro Bowl. Big deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Great, I guess, individual award. But I came here to win a ring, man. So, I'm hoping that, I won't have to play in this Pro Bowl, that, we'll be, headed up to, Minnesota, get the opportunity to win a ring. So.
You ever been 12-2? You got to think that hard. You were in Houston.
Yeah, we went 12-4 my rookie year.
So, after being in this position in Houston, then you can lend a lot to the younger guys in the locker room about how difficult it is to be in this position and the importance of cashing in on this opportunity.
Yeah, I probably start back when we were, like 4-1, 5-1, and
yep.
A lot of buzz and hype was going on. I've been there where you win a lot of games, but it's still early. Being 9-1 is great. Being 7-1 is great, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't, from there on, continue on what you have been doing. Now it's like you've got an opportunity at your fingertips. Don't let this opportunity go through, because, having home field advantage throughout, can play a big part, in teams, accomplishing what they want to accomplish.
Congratulations, you secured yourself a first-round bye. Oh. And on top of that, a whole playoff game, okay? Great job there. Yep.
Let's be real, this is my 6th year, but as far as, feeling getting close to Super Bowl, it's probably the, best team I've been on. Whether it's this year or the stretch of the next couple of years, probably the best team I'll ever be on. Probably closest, I'll come to, having an opportunity to, win it all. So, got to take advantage.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Yeah, baby!
How much nicer is it now gonna be to play at the link with your home crowd?
Oh, I'm excited. Unreal. You can see how the link is rocking as it is now. Yeah. Fans out there doing their part, being loud when they need to be loud, but also being quiet, when we're out there trying to work, so we can hear what's going on too, and really being there during the critical points, of the game. There's nothing like, playing in front of tons of Eagles fans, just cheering you on.
Very cool. Thanks, Brandon, and again, best of luck to you, and congratulations on making it to the Pro Bowl.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike and Brandon. We're going to bring you the live introductions from the link, but if you're following on Facebook or Twitter, it's time to come on over to the Eagles app or PhiladelphiaEagles.com. After the break, we'll have the players to watch from the Hall of Fame duo of Merrill Reese and Mike Quick.